Morning students. So, today we are about to continue profit and loss. Yesterday I think you took some test on profit and loss, maybe because we are in the middle of the topic probably you are unable to handle that for sure, okay, no problem. But anyway, we will be continuing with that and let us see what is the main difficulty you must be facing. So, let me see what is the difficulty you must be facing. So, as far as topic is concerned, I believe that you are able to get it fine, but only thing is in some cases I understand that you the people are not getting the idea quickly. Yeah, this is what we call as aptitude. Aptitude is something that some questions we can do it quickly, but some questions we find a little difficulty for sure. It is a natural problem. I must say that this is a universal problem. But whenever there is any problem in aptitude, students, I advise you to take some counter example. You understand what I mean by saying counter example? Take a live example that may be related to your life or that may be related to your parents, something like. If you take some live example, if you are talking about profit and loss, you know how your mother purchases vegetables and what are the chances of deceiving. And if your father happens to be a businessman and we can see how he is purchasing, how he is selling, and basing on that we can come to a conclusion about profit and loss. So, I advise you to take some counter example. If you start taking counter example, you can solve any of the questions without any hurry. Okay, no problem students. So, we again come to the let us discuss some of the basics in profit and loss, then after that we go on to the next questions. Okay. Now, please write down these questions, my dear students. First of all, you please answer these questions. Right, start. Selling price of an article is 1200 rupees. By selling for 1200, if you get a profit of 20%, I am asking you to calculate cost price. Come on student, go ahead, quick. By selling an article for 1200 rupees, if you lose 20%, tell me what should have been the cost price of the article. Come on student. Yeah, let me see how you are responding. Your response is all important for me because, but students please do understand, I may not be able to see all the responses because the responses are something like pouring maybe. Come on student, come on. Yeah, very good. Good. Yeah, students. Okay. Come on, student. Now, please look at that. By selling an article for 1200 rupees, as I said that I must be getting a profit of 20%, 1200 rupees is equal to 120%. When 120% is 1200, my question to you, how much is the cost price? Cost price is 1000. Students, I am just leaving this calculation to you because the calculations are not very difficult. So, you can do it later. Students, okay? That is not a very big issue. You can handle of your own. Good. Just look at that. By selling an article for 1200 rupees, if you say that you lose 20%, which means to say that you recovered 80% of what is invested. When 80% is 1200, you must be questioning how much is 100%. Therefore, your answer must be 1500. I think you understand this. Okay. So, with this we understand what to be done when selling price is given. I believe that you are handling this question easy. Well done. Yeah, students, please go ahead. Now, just look at question number 3. You please answer some more questions. Right. Question number 3. If cost price of 10 apples, is equal to selling price of 8 apples. Now, you must tell me whether this businessman is getting profit or loss, and if is so, you must tell me how much percent is getting. Okay. Now, come to question number 4. One more question. Now, write cost price of 80 cherries. Let me suppose that cost price of 80 cherries is equal to selling price of 120 cherries, you must explain me whether he is getting any profit or loss. If that is so, how much he must be getting? Come on student, go ahead. Go ahead man. Let me check it out how you are responding. Well done, well done. Yeah. Very good students. Very good, very good. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Go ahead man. First of all, you must confirm in the very first case whether it is, students, you are giving me only percentage, but you should also give me whether it is profit or loss. If it is profit, you please mention P. If it is loss, you mention L. If you don't do that, I will not be able to understand what you must be thinking. That's good, very good. Well done students. First of all, if you can look at question number 1, cost price of 10 apples is equal to selling price of 8 apples. Use some common sense. I bought 10 apples, but to get the value of 10 apples, how many apples it is sufficient for me to sell it out? Only 8 apples, which I mean that I must left some apples for me. So, that is a profit. You understand that, my dear students? And hence, in this case, you must be getting profit. But you have to check it out how much percent is getting. Come on student, when apples are in the ratio 5:4, you understand 10 and 8, they are in the ratio 5:4, prices will be in the ratio 4:5. Prices will be in the ratio 4:5. You understand that? Which mean to say that an article which bought for 4 rupees is sold for 5 rupees. Tell me how much is the cost price? 4 rupees. And what price it was sold actually? 5 rupees. Hence, you must be getting a profit of 1 rupee. Hence, profit percent is given by the formula profit by CP into 100. Hence, your answer is 25%. Hence, your answer is 25%. You understand, my dear students? You get it right? Now, please look at question number 4. Question number 4. Tell me, students, you bought 80 cherries, but to get the price of 80 cherries, you are supposed to sell 120 cherries. It should have been a loss for sure. Tell me, 80 and 120, tell me students, 42 times and 43 times. So, prices are in the ratio 2:3. So, I mean values are in the ratio 2:3. Prices will be in the ratio 3:2. Therefore, it is a loss. How can you say that? Cost price is more, selling price is less. When CP is more, SP is less, obviously you lose 1 rupee. So, loss percent is given by the formula loss by CP into 100. Hence, your answer must be 33 1/3%. Okay, students? Yeah, so, you please understand that is all about loss percent. Okay? Well done, very good response, my dear students, but make sure that you have to mention me whether it is profit or loss. Okay? Just number is not enough. I need to know whether it is profit or loss. Okay, student? I hope you are comfortable with this. Now, it is the time to go ahead. Come on, student. Now, please continue. Ready? Question number 5. Let us come to previous once again. Let us look at one more question. You get even more clarity. Apples are bought. Apples are bought. Apples are bought at 4 for 5 rupees, at 4 for 5 rupees and sold at 5 for 4 rupees, at 5 for 4 rupees. You must explain me if the business is done something like this, whether the businessman is going to get any profit or loss. Go ahead. Go ahead, student. This one actually we discussed yesterday, but if you let me verify once again how you are able to get it. Yeah, student, is this okay for you, man? Are you comfortable with this? Right. Come on, student. Actually, he bought for 5 rupees, but only get 4 rupees. when his cost price is 5 rupees and if he get only 4 rupees, it is a clear indication this businessman is going to incur loss. I think you understand, this businessman is going to incur loss. Students, somebody mentioned the businessman is going to get profit. No, 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 no. Tell me students, yeah, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now you are online, very good, very good. You are giving me only percentage, but you should also give me whether it is profit or loss, man. Then only I can understand that you are clear about the topic. Well done, well done. Tell me, he bought for 5 rupees, but he got only 4 rupees, which means to say that it is a loss. Let us check it out, how much is the loss. 4 into 4, that is 16, and 5 into 5, that is 25. You know that how to handle this question. Tell me students, when you say that the businessman has incurred loss, it must have been the cost price is more and selling price is less. And hence, between these two prices, more price should be taken as CP and less price should be taken as SP. So, cost price is 25 and selling price is 16. Hence, more cost price, less selling price means there is a loss. There is a loss of 9 rupees. Loss percent is given by the formula loss by CP into 100. Hence, your answer must be 36%. Students, comfortable, man? I hope you understand this. If it is okay for you, then I will go to the next questions, my dear students. Tell me, respond, my dear students, is this okay for you? Well done, well done, well done, well done. Very good, very good, very good. Come on, student, now we go to the next question. And this time we go to, because your responses will help me to understand whether you are able to get it right or not. Well done, students. So, with this, question number 5 is okay for you. Now, question number 6. Question number 6. Come on, student, please do it. Okay, before we go to the next question, I just want to give you one more clarity. You please put the subheading unitary method. Unitary method. Please put the subheading unitary method. This you might have had in your school level for sure. In school level, you must remember what is unitary method. Probably you come across in time and work. In your school level, you might be having this. Students, whatever the topic we are discussing right now is something you might have learned in your school level for sure. But the significance of competitive examination is we should be ready to apply the same in our day-to-day life. That is the difference between knowledge and skill. You remember, student, what I told you about knowledge? Knowledge is something that acquiring information. Skill is something that applying the same. You understand that? Unfortunately, in India, we the youngsters, you the youngsters do not have sufficient skill. It is most unfortunate. You may be getting 99%, even 100%, some of the people are getting even 1 or 2%, I do not really understand how they are getting it, man. But fairly, let us be very fair enough, let us be very open minded, let us understand that we do not have the skills. Still we are importing many of the goods from China, Japan, Germany, You see almost 99% of the cell phone components we are importing from China are South Korea or of course America. We are not able to manufacture. You have cell phone in your home, you have cell phone with you, every member of your family must be having cell phone. Every 2 years you are changing your cell phone, you are updating your cell phone, but still we are unable to manufacture. Skill is all important. Students, unfortunately, my dear students, I tell you that youngsters are improving their knowledge for sure, but they are not improving the skill. Even gaming, if you see that gaming, PUBG game or something, we are getting only from some other countries only, not we are able to make it. Many of the apps, most of the popular apps, we have to get from some other place only. Why can't we make? It is only because lack of skill. I tell you that lack of skill is the main reason why we are not able to get it right. Right, student? Now, please do understand that. So, whenever unitary method is actually you might have remember this in your school level, let me come to the point again. What is the significance of unitary method? I must explain you. Just look at one example I am giving you, you will be able to understand that. Come on, student. When 4 apples cost you, 20 rupees, my question to you, how much 5 apples will cost you? Come on, student. One more example, you get more clarity this time. When 4 men can do a work in 20 days, in how many days 5 men can do the same work? Student, I gave you 2 questions to you. Before we answer this question, we come to a conclusion that what is the significance of the 2 questions? Why I gave you those 2 questions? Probably you may remember that. You can easily understand that. Students, please look at that. When 4 apples cost you 20 rupees, obviously 5 apples must cost you more amount. You understand? When 4 apples cost you 20 rupees, 5 apples must be costing you more. Isn't it? More apples mean more amount, which mean to say that here your answer should be more than 20. You do one thing, you copy 20 straight away and you have to improve the value of 20. How many numbers you are having? You are having 2 numbers 4 and 5. If you want to improve 20, more by less. What is more between these 2 numbers? 5 is more, 4 is less, and hence your answer is 25 rupees. Student, my sincere request to all of you, please do not post anything unless I asked you to do so, because I am getting tons of messages which are not relevant. So, please do not post, do not comment unless I ask you to do so, okay? Do not post, do not post, right. Come on, student. Now, please come to this point. Question number 2, when 4 men can do a work in 4 men come to the work and they said they will be doing in 20 days. When 4 men can do the work in 20 days, so do you think that when 5 men come to the work, do you think that they will be taking more number of days? Obviously no, because here the relation is inversely proportional. When more number of men are working, obviously they will be able to complete the work in less than 20 days, which I mean to say that 20 value should be reduced. How to reduce value of 20? Less by more. I think you understand this. Therefore, your answer is 16 days. You get it, man? Less by more, 4, 5. So, unitary method will help us to understand whether to increase the value or decrease the value. If we have to increase, what to be done, and decrease, what to be done. So, this is something we have to discuss right now. I understand that you are unable to get it right, no problem, we discuss this question again. Come on, student, before we discuss this question, let me give you one example. Let me suppose that I have 100 rupees with me. If I multiply 100 rupees by 5 by 4, what happens? Students, if I multiply 100 by 4 by 5, what happens? You must tell me. You must tell me, students. What happens if 100 is multiplied by 5 by 4? Therefore, more by less. 5 is more, 4 is less. Between 4 and 5, this is greater value and this is smaller value. Therefore, value becomes 125. I hope you understand this. And if you multiply 100 by 4 by 5, less, this is more. Therefore, what happens now? value decreases and the value becomes 80. Students, if you want to increase the value, more by less. If you want to decrease the value, less by more. You understand, my dear students? You understand that? Whether to increase or decrease, that we have to decide. Basing on that, we go ahead. Come on, student. One more point. One more point I just want to give you. Let me suppose that I have 200 rupees with me and I am having two numbers, one is 10 and another one is 8, right? Point number 1, I want to increase 200. If I want to increase 200, you tell me this number should be taken in numerator and this number should be taken in denominator. When? If you want to increase. You understand? If you want to increase, more by less. Therefore, come on student, how many times? 8 cancels for 25 times, 25 into 10, 250. This is case number 1. If you want to increase 200, this you have to do. This is one way. Okay? Right, student. Now, one more point. One more point. I have 200 and I am having two numbers with me, one is 10, another one is 8. If I have to decrease 200, what should I do? If I have to decrease 200, what should I do? Come on student, less by more. Less by more, therefore your answer is 160. If you want to increase, more by less. If you want to decrease, less by more. I hope you understand, my dear students. You got the point? You just let me, I just come to the way again. Just look at that. If there is a value of x, if more is taken in the numerator, less is taken in the denominator, what happens? Value increases, right? And if you have x, if you take less in the numerator, more in the denominator, what happens? Value decreases. Students, we will be using this unitary method concept in many cases. Therefore, one should be absolutely ready with this. Okay, students? Now, please, I am giving you two questions to you and I start you to answer these questions. Please listen to me, students. Do not respond, do not write, do not post your comments unless I ask you to do so. What actually happening, I am getting tons of informations. I just don't understand what actually you are mentioning. Please do understand. So, please do not respond unless I ask you to do so. Come on student, we discuss some more questions in unitary method. Now, then we conclude. Ready? Here is the question. Question number 1. If four men can do a work in 60 days, come on student, my question to you, 6 men can do the work in how many days? Come on, go ahead, come on man. Next question. If 4 mangoes cost you, if 4 mangoes cost you 60 rupees, 6 mangoes cost you how much? Come on student, please respond. Mention the question number, then you answer. Mention the question number, then you answer. Come on student, please respond. I just want to see how you are answering your question. Well done, well done. I appreciate your discipline, students. You are getting it right. Well done, students. Very well done, very well done, very well done. Please mention the question number just so that I can check it out. Very well done, very well done. That's very good. Yeah. Please concentrate. First of all, before we handle this topic, let us see what is in question number 1. When 4 men come, if they wish they can complete in 60 days. What about 6 men? Do you think they take more number of days or less number of days? More men, less days, because the work is same. When more number of men come, obviously it will be completed in less number of days. What do you think? Yes. Therefore, 60 value should be reduced. To reduce the value of 60, less by more. Hence, your answer is 40 days. What do you think? Okay? Yeah, you responded well. You responded well. I appreciate. Come on, student. Now, look at this question. When 4 mangoes cost you 60 rupees, what about 6 mangoes? They must cost you more. More mangoes, more price. This is something anybody can understand. Hence, 60 value should be increased. To increase, your value should be more by less. I hope you understand what I mean. Hence, your answer must be 90 rupees. Students, are you comfortable, man? Are you comfortable? Is this okay for you? Shall we go ahead? That's very good, very good students. I appreciate. I appreciate your integrity because you are responding very well. Yeah. Very good students. Now please go ahead. So with this, so basics are completed, and I believe that now it is the time to continue our discussion. Shall we continue? Yesterday we discussed some of the questions. Today we complete the remaining questions. Some of you are asking me to explain some of the some questions. We will be doing that right now. Okay. Now, fine, students. So yesterday already we discussed some of the questions, but I believe that we need to discuss some of the questions again. You are asking me to explain some questions. Yeah, we will be doing that. So yesterday you asked me to explain question number 5 and question number 7. Yeah, we will be discussing that again. Okay, students, very well done. Please do not post anything unless I ask you to do so, because when you are posting so many, I just could not understand what is your point. Yeah, yesterday paper, yeah, we will be discussing today. You are asking me to explain yesterday's paper, we will be discussing that today, no problem. Yeah, please come to that. Question number 3 is okay for you? I think there is no question, you can handle this. And now just look at that. Question number 4 is also okay for you. Question number 5, just look at that, my dear students. Question number 5. What is the point in this question? What is the point in this question? Just look at that. Here is the point. A man sells a watch at a gain of 15.5%. We don't know what was the price he sold, but it is given that he sold at a gain of 15.5%. You want me to explain in detail, man? Okay, no problem. It was actually sold for X rupees, and there he gets a profit of 15.5%. You understand? Why I took it as 15.5%? Because when it is sold for that price, he got his money back. Not only that, he also gets a profit of 15.5%. Okay. Now, if he had been sold it for 15 rupees more, if it was sold for 15 rupees more when we compare with the previous price, he would be gaining 18.5%. This much profit he is getting. You understand this step, my dear students? You please tell me whether it is yes or no. You understand this particular step? Please respond only to my questions. Is this step is okay for you, my dear students? Yes or no? Yes? Is this step is okay? Now you please understand. Now from this what we do, you know? What is the difference in the percentage? It is 115.5%, 118.5%, difference is 3%. That 3% is equal to 15 rupees. Because he sold 15 rupees more. So 3% is 15 rupees, and hence 100% is how much? Therefore, your answer is, because you are asked to find the cost price is obviously 100%. Therefore, your answer is 500. Student, okay? Yesterday some of you asked me the question now. Are you comfortable now, my dear students? Well done, well done, well done. Very good, very good, very good. Yes, students, now this is okay. Now, one more question I want to explain you. So, question number 6 is also similar. Question number 9, yeah, you understand that cost price is same, selling price is same, you know how to handle these questions. Question number 11, this is also fine. Question number 12, I do not think we need to repeat this again. This we only discussed in the morning right now. Question number 15, this we discuss right now. Question number 16, 17, 18. So far we discussed the questions up to here. Students, before I go to the next model, I am asking you to tell me any question you want me to repeat again. Is this okay? Shall we go ahead? Okay, okay, very good students, okay. Well done students, so now let me explain the remaining questions, please focus. So already we discussed up to this one and this is the time that we have to go ahead, come on. A trader cheats his customer by weighing 800 grams per 1 kg. You remember how to handle this question? So when customer comes, he gives him only 800 grams. Because he is cheating his customer, because in the name of 1 kg he is giving only 800 grams and still he is getting 200 grams. That means to say that he is getting 1/4 profit. 200, 800, that is 1 kg. 800 grams he is giving to the customer, one part he is keeping for himself. And hence, if you divide the same, if you want to convert the same into percentage, your answer will be 25%. You understand that? Yesterday only we discussed this question. You understand, my dear students? So, 1 kg he is dividing in what ratio, man? 1:4. 1 kg he is dividing in the ratio 1:4. 800 grams he is giving to the customer and 200 he is keeping himself. You understand that? So, basing on this particular concept, we go on to the next question, my dear students. Please continue. Ready? Let me come to the next question, my dear students. Please continue. Question number 19. Here is the question. Oh yeah, this one, question number 19. We already discussed this question, question number 18. In this 18th question we have it. A merchant professes, professing means is making you believe. He is cheating, professing, he is cheating. How he is cheating? To sell his goods at the cost price. He is saying that he is selling the goods at the cost price. When he sells the goods at the cost price, then how come he is getting 25%? I told you, my dear students, he must be cheating in weight. Any kind of businessman, come on student, you can take it granted, he will never do the business for free. He gets the profit somehow. You understand that? If not in the fair manner, in unfair measures. In India, Tatas are usually considered the best business people because they do the business, fair business. If somebody is cheating you, probably he must be cheating you either in the way of price or quality or quantity. Because he is getting 25% profit, 25% means, my dear students, 1/4. You understand why 1/4? Come on man, you understand 1/4, 25% is equal to 1/4, no? This is given to the, this is given to the customer, 800 grams he is giving to the customer and 200 grams he is keeping for himself. Because 1 kg he is dividing in the ratio 1:4. Whatever the quantity is having, he is dividing in the ratio 1:4. If you divide 1000 in 1:4, 4 parts means 800, 1 part means 100. Tell me students, how many grams he is giving to the customer? He is giving 800 grams to the customer. I think there is no confusion. But students, I believe that I must give you one example. Better you answer one question and after that I go to the next model. Come on student, please write down the question. Please write down. I just want to make a little change in this question, not very big, just little change. Just look at question number 19. I do not want to make many changes in the question. I want to make a very simple question. In place of 25%, if we have 33 1/3%, how do you do it? Come on student, answer the question. In place of 25%, if I have 33 1/3%, then how do you do this question? Tell me. Okay, you are asking me to explain this question again now? Okay students, no problem. I give you one more example so that you can understand this question in much better way. Yeah, come on student, look at the question. A merchant professes to sell his goods at the cost price, but is actually gaining 33 1/3%. If that is the case, how many grams he is weighing in place of 1 kg? How many grams he is giving to the customer? Tell me. Respond student. Do respond. Oh, no man, no man, no man. Anybody? Well done, well done. Some of you are responding well. Come on students. What is your answer? Please respond only when I ask you. Very good student. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, very good. Students, if this kind of question is given, the best process is 33 1/3%. Do you understand what is the meaning of 33 1/3%? 1/3. You remember the percentage equivalent of 33 1/3? It is 1/3, which means the entire kg should be divided in the ratio 1:3. Please divide 1 kg in the ratio 1:3. Come on man, come on, come on, come on. 1000 you have to make it 4 parts. 1000 you have to make it 4 parts. That is every one part is 250. 1 plus 3, 4 parts. Therefore, 1 part is 250, 3 parts are 750. What does that mean, my dear students? 750 grams you are giving to the customer in place of every 1 kg. Yes, students, many of you put 750, I appreciate. Students, I believe that now this is okay for you. One more example, maybe now this time you get more clarity. I believe that I can go to the next model, right? Now please go ahead. Next question. Question number 21. A tradesman by means of a false balance. First of all, you must tell me students, who is a trader? Who is a trader? What is the meaning of a trader? Who is a trader? A trader is someone. If I am a trader, students, I have to get the goods from somebody, I must sell the goods to someone. Isn't it? A trader means purchasing from someone, selling to someone. With whom I purchase? I must be purchasing from the farmer, I must be selling to the customer. Therefore, I am a trader. A trader is nothing but getting goods from farmer and selling to someone is a trader. Every day you see traders. A vegetable vendor comes to your house, he is a trader. He purchases goods from the farmer and he sells to you. What is the meaning of cheating a farmer? Cheating a farmer is nothing but getting more quantity by cheating. What is the process of cheating a customer? By giving you less quantity. Getting more quantity, giving you less quantity. This trader is too intelligent. Student, please make some notes. Whenever this kind of question is given, please write down. One note is important in this question. If a trader cheats, X% in both buying and selling, in both buying and selling goods, buying and selling goods, then profit percent is equal to 2x plus x square by 100. So students, meantime you please write this note, and once you get the topic more clear, then without even using this we can answer. But for meanwhile you please note this. When purchasing and selling, if he does a mistake of x%, if he cheats x%, you have to use this formula. So in this case, what is x%, my dear students? 10%. Please use this formula. Therefore, your answer must be 2 into 10 plus 10 square by 100. 2 into 10 is 20. 10 square means 100 by 100 is 1. Therefore, your answer is 21%. Your answer is 21%. Students, this question you please write a note, and when the time comes, I will be explaining these questions even with more details. Come on student, profit after selling an article for 425 rupees is same as loss after selling it for 355 rupees. Yeah, I understand that you the people are unable to understand the question in the very first stretch. It is quite natural problem, my dear students. People usually don't understand the question in the very first case. Whenever that particular question, that particular confusion arises, my advice to you, take some counter example. Forget about the question, my dear students, forget about the question, let me give you some counter example. If I purchase an article for 200 rupees, if I sell the article for 220, I must be getting a profit of 20 rupees. Am I clear to you? Right. If I sell the article for 180 rupees, I must be losing 20 rupees. Am I clear to you? Get it? You please tell me what I am doing. If I sell it for 220, I am getting a profit of 20. If I sell it for 180, I am losing 20. What does that mean? Profit of selling for 220 is same. What is the profit? 20. What is the loss? 20. You understand this? This is an example I am giving to you. You can take any example as per your wish. Come on student. What happens 220 plus 180. 220 plus 180 by 2. How much? You are getting 200. Oh, this is interesting. You may remember in your 10th class, you call it as arithmetic progression. When A, B, C are in arithmetic progression, 2B is equal to A plus. But just forget about it. So, whenever this kind of question is given, the best technique is, yeah, just you take the average. Come on student, please come to the point. Look at the question. Profit after selling a commodity for 425 is same as loss after selling it for 355. Find the cost price. Whenever this question is given to you, I told you already what is the simple technique, my dear students. 425 plus 355, you add these two values and divide the same by 100. 780 by 100. Your answer must be 390. You understand students? You understand the point? You are comfortable now? I believe that you can handle this question. You can answer this question. One more question, probably you will be getting more confidence. Come on student. You please answer question number 22. You please answer question number 22. You find the cost price first. Looking at the question, you please answer the question number. Go ahead, go ahead. You please answer. Let me see how many of you are able to answer this question with comment. If there is any question, we will discuss again. Please answer. Similar question, my dear students. The percentage profit earned by selling an article for 1920 rupees is equal to the percentage when it is sold for 1280. Okay. Percentage profit, both are same, there is no much confusion. Whenever this kind of question is given, how to find the cost price, my dear students? Very simple. 1920 plus 1280 divided by 2, that is 3200 divided by 2, that is 1600. Let me see how many of you put 1600. But I think 1600 is not your final answer. Well done, students. 1600 is not your, yeah, very good, very good, very good. 1600 is the cost price of this particular article. But your question is, at what price should the article be sold to make a profit of 25%? And hence your answer is 1600 plus 400. You understand how we get this 400? 25% profit. Profit should always be obtained on cost price. 1600 plus 400, that is 2000. This is selling price. I think you understand that. Okay. So now with that, this model is clear to you. I believe that we can go ahead. Students, you struck 2000, many of you put 2000, I appreciate that. Well done, students. There is one comment, what is that comment? Yeah, very good, students. Yeah, come on, student, now we move on to the next question so that you get even more clarity. Look at that question, question number 24, please answer. Oh, this time similar question, my dear students, similar question. Profit after selling an article for 208 rupees is same as after selling it for 172 rupees. Come on, student, if you are asked to find the cost price, your answer should have been 208 plus 172 by 2. That is 380 by 2, that is 190. If I give you to calculate up to, if it is only about cost price, your answer should have been 190. But if I ask you to calculate whether it is profit or loss, there is simple technique, my dear students. You subtract both the values and divide the same by 2. That is 36 by 2, that is 18 rupees. You get it? In this kind of questions, if you are asked to find the cost price, add both the values, divide by 2. If you are asked to find the profit or loss, subtract both the values and divide by 2. What is the profit when sold for 208? 18 rupees. What is the loss when it is sold for 162, 172? 18 rupees. I hope you understand. Student, okay? Is this question is okay for you, my dear students? Please say whether it is yes or no. Is this model is okay for you? Please somebody respond. Yes? Yeah. Well done, well done. If it is okay, then I move on to the next question. Very good, students. Okay, let me go to the next question, next model. So, all the questions you have to remember for a long time, students. Please understand that it is not all over actually. You have to remember this topic for a long time because maybe you have some more time to answer this. But if you are appearing for any examination like NDA, you intermediate qualified people have an option of going for NDA, National Defence Academy. There are many exams available. Even in that particular exams, you have this topic. Without this topic, you cannot appear for any examination. So, please make this topic very convenient to you and just start loving this topic. You really do it. Once you do it, you really get it. Come on, student. A sells an article to B at a profit of 5%. A sells an article to B and B sells an article to C. If C pays 2,310 rupees, you are asked to find how much A is getting. When you are getting back, you must take the value as X. In percentage, what I told you, my dear students, when getting back, you should always take the value as X. Now, let me suppose that if A bought this article for X, he is selling to B at a profit of 5%. You understand, students, why 105%? Because profit of 5%. And B selling to C at a profit of 10%. After these two, C purchased the article for 2,310. What is the technique in percentage? In percentage, if you have to get back, you must take the value as X. Students, you understand that? Yeah. In percentages, the technique is whenever you have to get back, you must take the value as X, so that you get your answer. Come on, student, you please solve the question. 0, 0, 11, you cancel this for 21 times, and 21 you can cancel for 5 times, 5 20 times, 20 into 100, 2000, X is equal to 2000. Therefore, X is equal to 2000. Comfortable, man? You please make this, note this point, my dear students. If you don't get it again, if you don't get it right, we discuss tomorrow. No, what is there? Because tomorrow still we have a lot of time, no confusion. Go ahead. Yes, student. Look at question. Students, we skip some of the questions for tomorrow. We discuss all these questions tomorrow. Don't, at this moment, this is not the right time to discuss all these questions with you. We will be discussing these questions tomorrow, and before that, we complete discount. Some of the questions I am leaving for tomorrow, students. Please understand that, because I have got some methodology to teach. Some questions I am leaving for tomorrow, because tomorrow we will be discussing those questions, and tomorrow is going to be the last day of profit and loss. So, today we complete the questions from discount. You remember discount, my dear students? You know what is the meaning of a discount? Discount is nothing but, very simple technique, I just want to come again. We conclude this topic. If a trader purchased an article for 100 rupees, and if we want to get a profit of 10 rupees, that is 110, but he never mentioned 110 because he has a confusion that you ask for discount. When you are asking for discount, obviously what he says, you know, he increased the value to 130. What is 130? Market price. That is the not intentional price. That was the not the price is about to sell. That was the price only mentioned to the customer, because trader knows very well that you ask for a discount. Then there is a chance of asking for, there is a chance of giving a discount of 20 rupees. Tell me, students, discount is given by market price minus selling price. That is 130 minus 110, that is 20 rupees. This is discount. Discount is nothing but the difference between market price and selling price. Tell me, what are the top formulas we discussed yesterday? Discount is equal to market price minus selling price. Rate of discount is equal to discount by market price into 100. Actually, as far as the trader is concerned, only these two important for him. Cost and selling prices, only those 2 points. If I am a trader, my dear students, I just only check what was my cost price and what was my selling price. This discount and market price is only to satisfy the emotions of the customer. If customer comes to my shop, I must satisfy his emotions by giving some discount. How can I give discount? By increasing the price, then only I can give discount. There is no other way. Okay. Come on, student. Now we answer some of the questions. Question number 45. Just look at that. Here is the question. An article marked at 400 rupees, an article marked at 400 rupees was sold for 360 rupees. If you are asking me to find the discount, I would say 40. But you are asking me to find the rate of discount. Rate of discount is given by the formula discount by market price into 100. Your answer is 10%. Usually this kind of discount never comes into account, my dear students. This is only to satisfy, oh yes, I go to the shop and it gives me discount. So this is nothing but a kind of satisfaction, that's it. So discount is neither a profit to the shopkeeper nor a loss to nothing. It is only a kind of satisfaction a trader gets, I mean a customer gets, nothing more than that. Come on student, we move on to the next question, just look at that. Question number 46, look at that. A person marks his goods 20% higher than the cost price. So where do we start this question, my dear students? We start this question with the cost price. Let the cost price of the goods be 100. Okay. Now you mark the goods 20% higher. Therefore, your market price is 120. What is 120, my dear students? That is the market price because 20% higher than the market price. You are considering any discount? Yes. That is why you marked the article. Okay. You are considering a discount of 5%. What is 5%? 5% of 120, that is 160, I mean 6 rupees. Students, you understand what is 5%? 5% of 120. How much is 5% of 120? 6 rupees. That is the reason percentage calculation is very, very important. I told you many times. Therefore, tell me what is the profit the shopkeeper is getting at the end? 14%. 20% more than the cost price and offering a discount of 5%. I hope you understand that. You really get it, man? If you are comfortable, students, I just ask you to answer the next question and I just see how you are responding. Your response is all important for me. Come on, student, please answer the next question. Answer the question, my dear students. Answer. Let me see your answers as well. What you said? Once somebody said that, please. 15th one. Okay, 15th one I tell you, no problem. You answer this question, students, first. I am not getting any answer from your side. I am waiting for your answer, my dear students. What, man? Nobody? Well done, well done, well done. Somebody is responding, somebody is responding. Okay, okay. It seems that you are not able to answer this right. No problem. We discuss. Just look at that. The market price of an item is twice the cost price. Where do you start with this question, my dear students? Where do you start? Obviously, you start with the cost price. Let the cost price of an article is 200. I mean, let the cost price be 100. You understand, my dear students? When your cost price is 100, market price is 200. How do you know? How do you know? Because you marked the item twice its cost price. The market price is twice the cost price. Tell me, how much gain you are expecting? 15%, which mean to say that you want to sell the goods for 115 rupees. You understand that? You understand that? Why 115, man? Because you bought for 100, you want to sell it for 115, but you marked 200. Oh my God. Therefore, you can go for a huge discount. You can go for a huge discount. You marked for 200, but you want to sell for 115. Tell me how much discount you can offer? 85. How did you get 85? 200 minus 115. Tell me what is the rate of discount? Rate of discount is 85 by 200 into 100. Therefore, you can offer 42.5%. What, man? You understand that? Actually, what you did, you marked the item a lot actually. You marked the item almost twice. And later on, you have decided to give a discount of 5%, 15%. I mean, profit of 15%. Therefore, you can offer a discount of 42.5%. If any shopkeeper is offering you huge discount, what he must be doing? He must be marking the item twice, thrice, something like. But man, you understand the significance of discount? This is how the shopkeepers usually cheat their customers. Otherwise, who gives you discount, man? Who gives you discount? Why should he give discount? Isn't it? Students, shall we discuss this question in a different direction? Come on. Come on, man. Look at this question again. Look at this question again. Don't go anywhere. Just look at this question again. In place of 15%, if I have 30%, then what would be your answer? Start. Come on. Come on, student. Same question, very small correction. You please answer. Come on, student. Please answer. You please answer this question. If it is okay, if you are able to get this point, then you please answer this question. I am waiting for your answer, my dear students. I am waiting for your answer. Somebody responded. Somebody responded. Somebody responded. Yeah, very good, very good. But not many, not many. Well done, students. You responded very well, very well, very well. Excellent, excellent. I appreciate. Once again, if you consider the cost price as 100 rupees, market price is 200. How do you know? Because twice the cost. But you wish to sell the article for 130. How do you know? Because you are expecting a profit of 30. In this transaction, how much discount you can offer? 200 minus 130, that is 70. So, rate of discount is given by 70 by 200 into 100. Therefore, your answer is 35%. Student, yeah, very good man, very good man, very good responses. I appreciate. So, I believe that we can go ahead, I could see the responses. Well done, students, very well done, very well done. So, probably now this time I can go to the next model with more confidence. Just look at that. Look at question number 48. How much percent be added to the cost price of goods? How much percent is added to the, let the cost price of goods be 100. Let the cost price of good be 100. You know that you are expecting a profit of 20%, which I can tell you that if you are expecting a profit of 20%, you must be selling for 120, right? Isn't it? What, man? Are you comfortable? You bought it for 100 and you want to sell it for a profit of 20 rupees. That is very fine. You can sell it. Oh, you have to satisfy customers' needs also. Tell me what is expecting from you? Is expecting a discount of 10%. Then what do? You increase the value. Isn't it? You increase the value. If customer is asking for discount, you are not ready to give the discount from your pocket, for sure. You must be increasing the value. Discount is offered on market price. Therefore, definitely you please understand, student, if you purchase the goods for 100 and you are expecting a profit of 20%, absolutely clear that your selling price must be 120. But customer asks you discount, obviously you mark something X. And on X you offer a discount of 10%, then you sell it for 120. Then you sell it for 120. Therefore, X must be 133 1 by 3, which is 33 1 by 3% more than cost price. Which is 33 1 by 3% more than cost price. I understand that you are not getting this right. I believe that you didn't get the confidence. I can understand that. Students, no problem. We discuss one more question of the same model. Maybe this time you get it more clarity. Come on, student. One more question. We discuss one more question. Read the question. How much percent be added to the cost price of goods so that a profit of 28% must be made? Come on, student. If you are purchasing the article for 100, you are expecting a profit of 28%, which means to say that your selling price must be 128. Your selling price must be 128. Comfortable, man? If you don't wish to offer any discount, you can say the same price to customer. But if you wish to offer for discount, if you wish to offer any kind of discount, you should not say 128. You must say something else. Because if you say 128, you cannot offer discount, If you say X rupees, you offer 20% discount, then you can sell it for 128. Therefore, how much is X, my dear students? 160. Therefore, your offer price must be 60% more than cost price. So, if you want to discuss like this, if you want to do the business like this, it should be 60% more than discount. Well done, students. Very good, very good. So, this is all about the basics of discount. We discuss some more questions, you get more clarity. Come on, student. Successive discounts of 10% and 20%. I told you already, my dear students, successive discounts is nothing but a different kind of cheating. When you say that discount is a cheating, successive discount is another form of cheating. You know that? Discount is offered on market price, let the market price be 100. Tell me, students, how much discount you are offering? You are offering a discount of 10% for one time. Therefore, the price comes down to 90, offering 10% discount. Again, you are offering 20% discount. How much is 20% of 90? 10% is 9, 20% is 18. So, at the end you are selling for 72. Actually 100 rupee becomes 72, which come to see that your single discount is equal to 28%. A layman thinks that he is getting 30%, but if you are very confident, if you are very clear about, you come to know that you get only 28% discount. You understand, students? I hope that you can easily get it. So, next question you please answer. I am waiting for your reply. Go ahead. Go ahead students, please go ahead. But is a single discount equivalent to a discount series of 10%, 10% and 10%? Yeah, I could see some responses, but not many. Come on student, there are 10% is there for 3 times. 10, 10, 10. No man, please respond. 10%, 10%, 10%. Seems to be 30%, but you know very well it is not 30%. If any shopkeeper is offering discount for 10, 10, 10 like that 3 times, then how much it comes down? What? Okay, let me explain this. Okay students, no problem. Okay, so discount is offered on market price. So let the market price is 100. Let the market price of the goods be 100. Yeah. How much discount you are offering first time? 10%. How much is 10% of 100? 90. Get it? 10% of 100 is 10 rupee. If you subtract, yes, 27.1. Wonderful student. Somebody get it right. Well done. Second time. Again you are offering for 10%. 10% this time on 90. 10% of 90 is 9, therefore 81. Again you are offering a discount of 10%, that is 81, 10% of 81 is 8.1. Therefore 72.9. An article which was actually marked for 100, it was finally sold to 72.9. Therefore, practically customer gets only 27.1% discount. Somebody said 27, okay, but 27.1 is correct. Board clarity ledu. Students, is the board is not clear, man? But from my side there is no mistake, my dear students. You please check from your side. Board problem is not there from my side. Maybe there is a net problem from your side. 72.9 is not correct, my dear students. 27.1 is correct. What is the meaning of discount? Discount is nothing but market price minus selling price. Market price is 100, selling price is this, and the difference of these two is nothing but a discount. So, discount is 27.1%. I hope you understand. Okay student, now we complete the remaining 2 questions, and with that we come to an end of the basics. Now 52. After successive discounts of 12% and 5%, an article was sold for 209 rupees. What is 209 rupees? That was the price you sold after giving the discount. But when you are asked to find original price means before. Whenever there is percentage, if you want to come back, you must consider the value as x. First time tell me how much discount was offered? 12%. Second time tell me what discount was offered? 5%. After giving these 2 discounts, the price becomes 209. Discount was not offered on 209, it was offered on the original price. So, we do not know the original price, let the original price be x rupees. Why 88%? 12% discount. Why 95? 5% discount. After offering these 2 discounts, let me see what rate that come down. 19 cancels for 11. 11 cancels for 8. Therefore, x is equal to 100 into 20, 2000. 2000 by 8, that is 250. In percentage, whenever we have to find the original value or whenever we have to get back, we must take it as x rupees. I understand that you are not able to get this question right. No problem, my dear students. We discuss one more question of the same model. Maybe this time you get it right. You please note down. Note it down now. We discuss one more question. Tell me, a fan in a shop is offered at a discount of 10%. It is sold during clearance sale, 6% additional discount is offered. After giving those two discount, the value becomes 860. The original market price. What was original price? It was 846 or before? Before means getting back. Whenever the original value is not known to you, let the original value be x rupees. Tell me, what percent discount was offered first time? 10%. What was the discount offered for second time? 6%. After offering these two discounts, the price come down to 846. 846 is the price you arrived after giving two discounts. Therefore, let us check how much is x. 94 cancels for 9 times. 10 into 100, 1000. So, the original price was 1000. Students, are you comfortable, man? Are you comfortable this time? Yeah. But maybe still some students are not comfortable, I can understand that. Because the learning capacity of all the students is not similar, I can understand. Some material is there, sir. Any attending class from yesterday on which please explain the percentage solutions some more? Okay. Students, you are asking me to explain percentage calculations, no? I will be doing that, So, please do understand, students, there is a huge student number. I have to address the problem of each individual, but sometimes may not be. Please excuse me if any mistake is committed from our side. But I make sure that many of you are able to get it right. That is my point. But students, aptitude is that kind of topic. Without this topic, you cannot get along. Because in every competitive examination, every CRT program, everywhere the topic is there. We have to get the perfection. But now you understand how typical the topic is. In the earlier stage seems to be so all is well, but when we are going ahead, we find the difficulty. But we have to get the topic because we have no other option, we have to get the perfection. But it is not possible in 1 or 2 days you get everything. I am trying to give you one by one, you see. First time basics, slowly I am just improving the topic. So, by tomorrow we will complete aptitude, profit and loss. Next week we will be discussing reasoning. Reasoning is relatively easy, you know. Next week we completely concentrate on reasoning, and tomorrow we are going to conclude profit and loss. Students, so please take a break for 5 minutes and we come back. We discuss yesterday's paper. Yesterday you took the paper, no? I selected some of the questions from that, and today we will be discussing those questions. Okay? Take a break. In yesterday paper, yeah, I understand that some of you might have got some difficulty in handling the paper, but it is not really complicated. I explain each question one by one, just note down, and you please note down the question when I explain you, and if you really find any difficulty, you please ask me tomorrow, no problem. Look at the question. Question number 1. Here is the question. You are asking me to give you some explanation for question number 52. Okay, students, I give you. No problem. So, whatever the questions today we are actually discussing, you please look at once again today, and if you really find any difficulty, you please ask me again, no problem. Look at question number 1. A merchant professes to sell goods at 20% profit, but uses a weight of 800 grams in place of a kilogram. What does it mean, you know? Let me suppose that I am the merchant. I paid 100 rupees and purchased 1000 grams. I paid 100 rupees and purchased 1000 grams. I am selling the goods for 20% profit, which mean to say that I am selling for 120 rupees, but I am weighing only 800 grams. I am weighing only 800 grams, which mean to say that I am giving him 80 rupee quantity. You understand? You understand, students? Because I am giving only 800 grams to the shop customer, taking 120 rupees. Not only that, but I am also weighing 800 grams. 800 grams in the sense 80 rupees. Therefore, for 80 rupees, I am taking 120 rupees. Therefore, profit is 40 rupees. 40 by 80 into 100. So, profit percent is 50%. You please note down this question, my dear students. Note down this question and just go through the question again today. If you really find any difficulty, you please ask the question again tomorrow, no problem. Okay, student. Now, let us go to the next question. A merchant professes to sell, this is very interesting, just look at that. A merchant professes to sell, because if I have to sell, I must purchase, let me suppose that I paid 100 rupees, come on student, and purchased 1000 grams. You understand, my dear students? As a trader, because I have to purchase, I have to purchase, then I have to sell. Tell me, and I am selling the goods at 8% loss. Therefore, I must be selling the good for 92 rupees. Yeah, but weighing only 840 grams. But weighing only 840 grams. Therefore, I am giving them 84 rupee quantity. But weighing only 850 grams. 840 grams means 84 rupee quality. You understand? How do you know, man? Because when 1000 is 100 rupees, 840 grams is only 84 rupees. So, 84 rupee quality, I am selling for 92 rupees. Therefore, there is a profit of 8 rupees. Profit percent is given by the formula profit by CP into 100. Therefore, your answer must be 4 cancels for 2 times, 4 cancels for 21 times. So, that is 200 by 21, 911 by 21%. You please note down. You please go through the question again, my dear students. If you find any difficulty, you please mention that tomorrow we will be discussing. If the time permits, we discuss. Okay, student? Now, please continue. We discuss one more question. A merchant sold an article at a loss of 20%. You see, my dear students, this one already we discussed. At a loss of 20%, and okay, let me explain this question to you. I don't know what was the price he sold, but at the time he got a loss of 20%, which means that he recovered only 80%. If the selling price had been 100 rupees more, you would have gained 5%. You understand, my dear students? 80% because 20% loss, 105% that because 5% profit. Tell me what is the difference in percentages, 80% and 105%? The difference is 25% and the difference is 100 rupees. So, 25% is equal to 100 rupees. What was the cost price? Cost price is 100%. Therefore, 100 into 100 by 25. Therefore, your answer is 400. Students, comfortable, man? Is this okay? Students, unless I ask you to comment, please do not put any comment, that because I could not see what the comment you are making. If there is any question, I will just ask you. Okay. Now please focus. So note each and every question. If you find a difficulty, you can ask me same, no problem, because we are not in hurry, man. We have a lot of time. My only thing is to make you perfect. It takes some time, no problem. Right. One more question. Yeah, students, you remember this? You remember this, my dear students? A milkman professes to sell his goods at the cost price, but measures 850 milliliters in place of a liter, which means 850 milliliters he is weighing to the customer and he is keeping 150 milliliters from himself. You understand? 1000 ml is 1 liter, but he is not giving 1 liter to the customer, he is giving only 850 and he keeping 150 for himself. That means that how much profit is getting, students? 3 by 17. If you want to convert the same into percentage, into 100. You understand that? Therefore, his profit percent is 300 by 17, 17, 11 by 17%. Already we did this question. Maybe because still you are in the process of learning, you don't get it right. I can understand that. Students, please don't under impression that I am not able to answer. No, it is not that easy, man. Answering the questions is not that easy. It takes some time. No problem. Let us discuss this question if there is any confusion. Next question. Yes, students, just look at that. Here is the question. The question goes something like this. A milkman buys some milk. If he sells at a rupee, he loses 800 rupees, but when he sells 12 rupees, he gains 600 rupees. How much milk did he purchase? Tell me, students. If he sells at 10 rupees a liter, he loses 800 rupees, but when he sells at 12 rupees, he gains 600 rupees profit. Tell me, students, what is the difference in the prices? What is the difference in the prices? Tell me. Here in this case, it is 10 rupees a liter. Here in this case, it is 12 rupees a liter. Tell me, what was the profit he made? He made 600 rupees profit, and in the earlier case, it was 800 rupees loss. Minus 800 means 800 loss. Plus 600 means 600 rupees profit. What is the difference in these two values? 1400 rupees. 1400 rupees, the difference is 2 rupees, that is 700 liters. How did you get the 2 rupees? Once you sold it for 10 rupees, now you are selling it for 12 rupees. The difference is 2 rupees. 1400 by 2, that means you must be selling 700 liters. Students, I am telling you once again. Out of 60 questions, if you are not able to answer 30 questions, never mind. You please answer as many questions as possible. If you find any question difficult, if you find any question a little difficult, please leave the question and answer the next one. Don't under impression that you have to answer each and every question. It is not easy. Answering aptitude is not that easy, man. You please choose which question you can answer and which you cannot. You please note down the questions. Tomorrow, if this is necessary, we discuss again. Students, I think you can answer this question, no? There is no problem. This one is simple, therefore you can answer. Students, so you remember that how to answer this question? A person buys 5 apples, a person buys 5 some pencils, 5 rupees, 5 for a rupee and sells them at 3 for a rupees. Come on, student. Cost price of 5 pencils, cost price of 5 pencils is equal to selling price of 3 pencils. Is the question is something similar to this? Yes, ma'am. The given question is nothing but this. Check it out. If you really have any doubt, check it out. Because cost price of 5 pence is 1 rupee. Come on, man. Come on, man. And selling price of 3 pence is also 1 rupee. Therefore, cost price of 5 pencils is 1 rupee. Selling price of 3 pencils is also 1 rupee, which means to say that both the prices are same. Very interesting, you know. Probably yesterday while answering, you may not have got this idea. Therefore, aptitude is always a challenging topic. More you involve, more you get the beauty. More you involve, more you get the beauty. You please, students, you please respond whenever I am asking you to so. Because I could not read your comments in explanation, I am not able to find any time. Please wait for some time, and when I ask you to comment, you please. Right? Now just look at that. So tell me, students, when this kind of question is given, you remember the procedure of answering? The pencils, ratio of the pencils is 5:3. If the ratio is 5:3, prices will be in the ratio 3:5. You remember, students? Cost price is 3 rupees, selling price is 5 rupees. Therefore, what is the profit? Profit is 2 rupees. Profit percent is given by the formula profit by CP into 100. 200 by 3, that is 66, 2 by 3%. Okay, student? Oh, sorry, you are asking me to mention the question number. No, I am sorry. Sorry, student. So, operator did not mention the question number. You please note down the question. Operator did the mistake. I am sorry. I asked him to make it right. Please note the question. Otherwise, you take a snap. You can check it out. Okay. Come on, student. Now, please look at this. A person saves 20% of his income. If the income of the person increases by 16%, he decided to say 25%. Students, we discuss this question after some time. Now, this is not the right time to answer. A person sells 2 horses for 480 rupees each. On the first, he gains 25%. On the second, he loses 25%. Students, do you remember how to answer this question? How to answer this question? Selling price of both the horses is 480. This is 480, that is 480. Tell me, student, this is sold at a profit of 25%. This one is sold at a loss of 25%. When selling price of 2 horses is same, profit and loss percent are also same. You remember, student, there is always loss. The net loss percent is given by the formula. Tell me, profit percent into loss percent by 100. 25 into 25 by 100. 625 by 100. Therefore, 6.25%. Okay, students, are you comfortable? Now, you please make the point. Tell me which question you want me to explain you again. So far, out of these questions I explained to you. If there is any confusion, you please make. Comment, please. Somebody said that how can I understand profit or loss? Yeah, student, for your question, profit and loss can be simply identified. When cost price is less, selling price is more, there is profit. To the contrary, if the cost price is more, selling price is less, then there is a loss. Isn't it? Very simple. Come on, student. Comment, please. If you have any comments, please let me know. 53 not there in option. Okay, okay. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Can you tell the calculation? Yeah, you are asking me to give you calculation part. Okay, I tell you. I give you. Student, yeah, is it okay? Everything is okay? Sixth one means no doubts, right. Okay, student. Some questions I am leaving because I want to explain that after some time. Okay student, right. So, no, not many confusions from your side, then I go ahead. Look at that. Student, whenever this kind of questions are given, actually this particular question can be answered only by using your common sense. So, check it out, 50 rupees. You can answer these questions basing on the options that is provided to you. Cost price is 50 rupees, let the profit percent is also 50%. Tell me what is 50% of 50? 25 rupees. Therefore, selling price is equal to 50 plus 25, that is 75. So, your answer is correct. So, this is what we call is verification from the options. To answer this particular question, it is enough to check the options mentioned to you. I hope you understand this. So, this kind of questions can be answered without even actually doing this question. We can do this, okay. Probably I think we require one more question. Just look at this question students, just look at the board, look at the board. Now you understand how we get that 50 rupees, okay. I just want to make some little change. So, let me see how you answer this question. In place of 75, if I give 56 rupees, tell me what is your answer? Tell me what is your answer? Respond student, respond. Tell me what is your answer if I give you. You are asking me to explain this question again? Okay, no problem students. I give you one more example. Why should I explain the same question? It is a waste of time. You please answer. Respond man. I did not get the response from your side. Come on, respond. I gave you one more question. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Somebody said, okay, respond. What about the remaining people? Yeah, very good, very good, very good. So, as I told you that whenever this kind of question is given, instead of solving the question, we can make use of the options. In objective exam paper, my dear students, answering the question from the given options is very, very interesting point. Actually, when you are more, when you are getting more experience and when you become more talented, you make use of the options effectively. Remember, today paper also, if you find any difficulty, you answer from options given to you. You can check the options because your answer should be within the 4 only, no? You can check it out there. That is an excellent way of answering. So, this question answer is 40. Well done, well done. If the cost price is 40 rupees and if you take the profit percent as 40%, check it out. What is 40% of 40 man? 16. Now, your selling price becomes 40 plus 16, that is 56. Well done students, well done, well done. So, you can answer this question by using the options right. Very well done my dear students. Now, please stop writing any comments. When I ask you again, you please mention, because otherwise I could not read all your comments. Very well done students. I think now we can go ahead. Now, please continue. One more question. Yes students, a person by selling an article half of the list price, then what I do you know? Let the list price be 100 rupees. We consider the list price as 100. When you are selling half of the price, what you are getting, you know, you are losing 20%. How did you get 50 man? Half of the price. What happened? You are getting 20% loss, means 80% recovery. But find the percentage if you sell at the list price. If you sell the same article at the list price, let me check what you must be getting. What you must be getting? 160. 160 means 60% profit. You understand? More than 100 is profit, you know. More than 100 is profit. 80% means 20% loss. 160% means 60% profit. Yeah, students, okay? Now I think you understand this, right? Now let me go to the next question. A retailer buys goods at 9 by 10 of the mark's price and sells them 12 by 10 of the marked price. So my dear students, so this kind of question can be handled something like this. Let the marked price be 100. Let the marked price, because we have to go this question by using marked price. Let the marked price be 100. Tell me students, how he buys? 9 by 10 of the price. 9 by 10 into 100. How much is this? 90 rupees. You understand, my dear students? 9 by 10 of the price. Check it out man, 9 by 10 of the price. How he sells? 12 by 10 of the price. Therefore, 12 by 10 of the market price. What is 12 by 10 of the market price? 12 into 10, 120. 90 rupees is the cost and 120 rupees is the selling price. You understand the difference is profit. Profit is 30 rupees. Profit percent 30 by 90 into 100. Therefore, your answer must be 33, 1 by 3%. Okay, students? You understand why did I take that 100 rupee market price? Because it is easy to take 100 rupees and that you can get it. I hope you understand this. Please note the question, student. If you really find it difficulty, no problem, we can discuss again. Similar one, my dear students. So, you please check it out, what you are asked to find, the discount. Very simple. I give you very simple technique of this question, my dear students. He sells it for what rupees, man? He sells it for 1955. By selling 1955, he makes a profit of 15%. He makes a profit of 15%. I hope you understand, my dear student. Check it out. A retailer buys a sewing machine at a discount of 15% and sells it for 1955. Thus, he makes a profit of 15%. When 1955 is 115%, let us check it out. How much is the cost price? 100 into 1955 by 115. Students, are you able to get it, man? So, what do you get, my dear students? And from this, what do you get? You get, what do you get? You get the cost price. So, when you get the cost price, you can understand that. I am sorry, student, there is a little mistake in this question. Okay. So, this particular price can be equated to 85%, whatever the price you get. Then the remaining 15% is how much? Student, you please leave the question for today and tomorrow you may be able to get more clarity. I just give you the solution and then you ask me for later. 1955 should be equated to 115%. Then you have to get how much is the cost price. So, that is 100 into 1955 by 115. This particular price you must equate to 85% because you are purchasing at 15% discount. Then 15% is how much? Student, you please solve the question later and tomorrow I explain this question by giving you one more example in a different direction. Okay? Next question. Yes, student. Yes, just we have seen this question now. No confusion. We can answer this question. Yes, same thing. Next one. Yes, student. You remember this question, man? You remember this question? A is selling to B and B is selling to C. A is selling to B and B is selling to C. If C pays 225, then how much A cost? When you are getting back what I told you, you must take the value as X. Tell me, A sells the goods to B at a profit of 20%, that is 120 by 100. B sells it to C at a profit of 25%. After these two values, that becomes 225. Let us find how much is A. 20 cancels for 6 times, 20 cancels for 5 times. 25 for 5 times, 25 for 4 times. You cancel 5, 5. You understand, students? 2 cancels for 3 times, 2 cancels for 2 times. And 3 here it cancels for 75 times. Therefore, 75 into 2, your answer is 150. So, what is the point, my dear students? In percentages, if you have to get back, you must take the value as x. You remember that? In percentages, you have to take the value as x. Right. Now, I think it is not a very big issue, student. You can easily understand that. So, look at the next one. Similar one, my dear students. A sells an article to B at a profit of 10%, B sells an article back to A at a loss of 10%. 10%, 10%. Come on, student. A and B. So, this question can be answered without any difficulty, man. We can easily answer. So, what we do? Here we have A and there you have B. Let the cost price of A is 100 rupees and A is selling to B at a profit of 10%. Therefore, he purchased from A for 110 rupees. 10% profit, that is the price is purchasing, and return he is selling back to C at a loss of 10%. 10% of 110 is 11. If you subtract 11 from 110, how much you get, my dear students? How much you get? Very simple, man, very simple. First you tell me how much A and B. Let the cost price of A be 100 rupees. A sells an article to B at a profit of 10%. Therefore, he sells to B at a profit of 10%. A sells to B, therefore B purchases from A, and B sells the article back to A at a loss of 10%. Subtract 10%, man. If you subtract 10%, how much you get? 90. You understand that? So, again he is selling back to A for 99. So, 99 and this is 110. You can understand there is a difference of 11. You understand that? Maybe a little difficulty for you. What I observed is, some students are getting it fast, but not all the students. Some students are facing some difficulty. I understand that. No problem, student. There is a solution for this question. Aptitude, as far as aptitude is concerned, not all the questions are that easy. Neither it is difficult. So, anyway, every day we improve our abilities. But don't disappoint if you are not able to answer all the questions, because it is not that easy to get the perfection. It takes its time. Let it take time. Don't under impression you have to get every time right. I understand that all the students are not in the same, students are not in the same category. Some of you are getting it right and not all the students. Yeah. Students, okay. You are asking me to purchase practice booklet. But actually there is no such need, because we have hundreds of questions in our own portal. After completion of the class, you can log on to our target portal and you can practice as many questions as possible. And one more point I want to tell you. If my class is not, if you unable to follow, there are some video classes available in the target portal. You can get back to the video classes and you can check it out once again. There is no confusion. If you find any difficulty, you can ask me tomorrow. Anyway, tomorrow we are able to conclude the topic, and next week we are going to start reasoning. Thank you, students. So, have a nice day.